guys. Alright. All my bags are packed. I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye. What's up, guys? It's Paint with Josh back in the studio with you today. Taxi's waiting, he's blown his horn. What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. It's Paint with Josh. We're back in the studio with you. You tonight, right here with you. Right here with you. Over here. You over there. You here and me here. Over here. All right. Now, we're going to do a cool little jungly painting for Cosmic Lighthouse in the building. Now, I don't know what it's going to look like. So, a little boop, a little here and a little there, right? Now, I'm going to show you what I've done to my canvas so far, okay? I have an 18 by 24 inch canvas, standard size canvas. You can get it. You can even get them blacked out already, right? Liquitex Black Gesso if you don't have a black canvas. Blacked it out, waited for it to dry. Then I covered it with our Bob Ross Liquid Clear or Linseed Oil, and then I put Phthalo Green down around here, and then Purple all over the rest. So we're going to see how it comes out. I'm taking a little of my Cad Yellow, small amount on the Paint with Josh fan brush. And let's get in here. Oh, there they are. And just start making little tree shapes. Small amount of paint. All right, and then we're going to smack at it a bunch to get rid of any amount of texture back there we don't want to have. Let's flip the brush over and start a new little guy. Oh, he's just gorgeous. Right? Where do you think these little trees live? Where does it live out there in the night for you? Just literally smacking the brush. If you don't like the fan brush, this painting is not for you. You're going to get very used to the fan brush by the time that we get done. See how it starts very bright and then we work it down into a darker color? It's exactly what we do with our clouds, isn't it? Isn't it? Do you see? Now, we're going to stay in this Phthalo Green area, and let's see what happens when we pop over into the Purps. Over into the Purple, it's going to start going a little brownish, which is what I wanted it to do. I knew it would do that. Be a little darker down there. Maybe we come over here and pop in a couple little babies. Little baby. It's like Mac's little baby grandson. Oh, he's just so cute. He is the cutest little grandkid you ever did seen. Look at that. Already coming to life, you guys. Just by smacking against the canvas, dropping some stuff out. Now, I know that over in my purple section, it might look cool if we had some pinky highlights. So let's just see what this is going to do. Again, I don't know what it's going to do. We're going to get a little bit of white. We're going to see. You guys are going to see with me right here. Little Madder Carmine from Meeden. Oh, that's gorgeous, right? You need that pink to fade down over the purple color. Woo, baby, we're going to brighten that up. Let's get a little bit of white. A little bit of white, a little bit of our pinky color, right? We need it to be pink. We don't want it to be bright white. Oh my goodness in heaven. Look at that color. Shoo, guys and a half. Woo, baby, look at this. Hello. How's it going over there, lady? We're gonna get a bit more. That's my terrible pickup lines. So luckily for you, you just how are you doing over there? Does that ever work? I don't think it's ever worked in history. Let's pop in a couple more little purple things. This is why. Oh, man. You gotta leave those dark areas in there, guys. Look at that purple and pinky goodness. He's fantastic. Look at him. He's gorgeous. Right? The more little things we do, the more little things we do. And we're just literally smacking at it. Little pop, 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 pop. Every time we pop at it, and we leave that bright area, and then we hit it a couple more times, kind of dulls itself down into a darker spot, right? Now, let's just see. We'll get a little bit more of that white, a little bit more of this Madder Carmine from the Meeden set. And let's just say, perhaps, we had a couple little, boops, just a little thing done rolled its way off, started falling down here. Little guys, nothing too crazy, nothing too bright. Maybe there was a whole little flat area back in here, right? Just rolling its way down, little guys, in the night. Now let's go back over here. We got our purple still, so let's use that same color. Bit of white, bit of our crimson or Madder Carmine from the Meeden set. And let's just do this. start a little pops out there and just start making little tree shapes. What do you think a little tree might look like out there in the jungle? All right, we know we're gonna work it from its brightest area, especially when we turn the brush over. It's gonna be very bright. So we kind of gotta pick that up and tap it back, move it back down, right? Each time that we tap it down, it's getting darker and darker and darker and darker because it's mixing in with all those purpley paints that are out there underneath, right? That's the key. Worked in the purple, pushed it down, and now it'll give us some room where we can then drop down little danglers and little things in the night. You guys, what do you think? What do you think, Cosmic, so far? Gonna have to shave up for a pinky, purpley, greeny one. You know it. Now, that Dioxazine Purple is a fabulous color. All right, let's wipe off that pinky purpliness. Let's go back into just the yellow on its own. Right, if we're gonna go into the green section, let's go into just yellow on its own. Right, little touch, and then we wipe off the rest of it down here. See how much excess was on the brush? Now, what if we had a whole new little bright section? Pow! Just right in the night. Over here, it's a little darker. You can tell instantly where the purple undercolor is versus where the green undercolor is, right? If we come back over here, it stays nice and greenery. Popping in our little bits. Then it came down and rolled down this way, leaving some spaces in between. We don't want everything to look exactly the same out there, right? Oh my goodness. What a gorgeous little thing. Oh no, we lost our little waterfall area. I was gonna put a waterfall in right there. Shh. Shoot. That's okay, that's okay. That's okay, right? I hope at least that that's okay. We're gonna come in here and let's light up some water area real fast. Just a little bit of our liquid white, little touch of our titanium white, no pink in it. There we go. That way we'll light up this green color underneath. We come back in here and just kind of skirt along the edge. Skirt along the edge over here. What's it gonna look like? What's it gonna look like, guys? Drop that color on, right? And then we're gonna pull it down. Remember, this has that liquid white, so it's gonna light up whatever is underneath our little thing back here. It's gonna light it up good, right? So whatever colors are under, whether it be green or purple, see that purple back there? We're gonna pull them down, real rough-like. Right? Really pull it down, work it, work it, work it, work it, work it. Look at that, guys, right? If it's not bright enough, add a bit of paint to your brush and then go down, but just a small amount and just pull them down flat. Please don't try to go on an angle over here, right? Just like that, gorgeous. Swipe across, turning the majority of those vertical streaks into horizontal streaks, right? Watch that. Get rid of it all, and all of a sudden we got a little bit of water at the base. Holy shedding cream, you guys. All right, now let's get into our dark brown color. We don't need to go full black on this guy. We'll go dark brown, mix it with our lighter brown, so Van Dyke brown and dark sienna. All right, mix those guys up, and then let's start popping in some land underneath, just by pushing on all that brownish paint. All right, we don't want to get too close to our water. Boop, right down there. All of a sudden, we're gonna have some land on the edge. On the edge. That little dark space underneath there if we can. That's gonna help it look like a shadow. Shadow and dust, Maximus. In the night. And we don't want to put too much, at least over here, because that's right where I'm gonna put my big ass tree. It's gonna fall right down in between those little guys, right? So, we're not gonna put too much of that brown because it's gonna be taken out and gone away by the time that we're done. What I do want to do though, since I know where my big tree is gonna sit in the front, why don't we launch off a couple more little bits. Little things in the night, making more and more little bushies. Not everywhere's got to be fully connected, right? Look at that. Just literally tapping them in, throwing stuff back into the night is all you got to do. We roll them off this way. Like right here, like I said, it's going to be a big old tree running through this whole area, so I don't really care what happens right here, right? This whole thing. I don't care, because I'm going to go through it with an entire tree, right? So if you have to, take the paint off from where you're going to be going. Okay, it'll make it a lot easier, I'm telling you, by the time you get done. Now, before we do that, let's mix up a little bit of our white, a little bit of our brown, so we can have a lighter color, right? We gotta have a bit of light down in here? What if we grab this guy and just kind of tossed him back, right? Little things, just depositing where it wants to be. Little here, little there, little bits, right? Not everywhere's gonna all be exactly the same. And it doesn't have to be. If it's all exactly the same, then there's no differences. There's nothing to it, right? And that looks lame when there's nothing to it. You get this whole lame little thing, right? We can even do this all the way back here. Just like that. Taking it out, putting it here, putting it there, wherever you want it to be. It's just a little highlight, right? A little highlight. Doesn't even have to be too thick or too crazy or whatever. All up to you, however you want it to look. Very cool. Look at that. Cosmic, what do you think? Shofar. Ooh, man, we could rock this thing, you guys. It's looking pretty. If you ask me, it's looking very pretty. So, remember, we've got other jungle scenes like this, and we teach live like this all the time. And when I say all the time, I mean 5 nights a week, most of the time 2 times a night. So if this is your first time ever watching a Paint with Josh video, we do this shit all the time. So come back and hang out with us and see what we can get up to. All right, it's gonna be fun. Every night we're doing something different. Okay, let's get back over on this side since we've got that empty space over here. Let's go back into our white, back into our matter Carmine, leave some darkness in between, and just start smacking at it with our brush. Pop, 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 pop. Little bits, and they get darker as they go down and down and down and down and down, right? Very much like that. Leave it, okay? Now, let's decide where we want to put, I don't know, I have a couple more little watery lines out here. Just a few little bits of difference, little things. They don't have to be perfectly straight. You just don't want globs on there, right? If it's a big old glob, then we're going to be in trouble. There we go. A couple little bits. Seriously, don't need nothing more than that as we go back and add more. Bang, little things. Honestly, if you do too many, it's going to just cause us problems later on. So don't do too many. There we go. Look at that real bright spot back there. Really bright. Just take your darkness and kind of drag over it. Boom, guys. Fabulous. Okay. If you need to at all, just a couple streaks across your water. And you'll drag a few of those little things a little bit longer. It just looks really neat. Now, we know we're going to have our big tree coming screaming down right through here. So he needs a bit of land to lay on or to sit on, right? And in order to do that, we need those 2 brown dark colors again. Mix up our Van Dyke brown and our titanium brown. That doesn't exist. Van Dyke brown and dark sienna. And now we're going to cut our way through this way and get bigger and bigger and bigger as we come around, making our land wrap itself around, right? Putting on all this darkness, streaking it out, just covering what's underneath. I'm not even going to use it all, honestly. It won't even show for the majority of it. Just popping it on, just like that, right? All of a sudden, we're connected with our little guy back there. Just made a little pathway, starting smaller and ending much wider as it gets down to the front. Now, we're going to need to mix up a bit of our Paint with Josh plaque in order to stand out away from all this brown and green and purple. And I don't have a clean area to do it in. Hang on. Let me get in here. There we go. I don't want to have any white in my plaque color. So when you put white inside the plaque, it's no longer the darkest color known to mankind. It has become lighter. And we need it to be the darkest color known to mankind's existence. So, what are those 3 colors that make up Paint with Josh plaque? Let me know in the comments right now. Tell me now. We're going to pop in this massive tree. And then we're going to put green moss all the way up the side of it. You guys. Guys. It's going to be fabulous. Just freaking fabulous. Get up underneath here, though, a little bit tighter. There we go. Just doing it now before my tree comes in. Because once we put the tree in, there's no going back. All right, let's put it in here. We're going to load up all this dark paint. And like I said, full pressure. Just about as crazy and thick as you want him to be, right? Placking out everything behind, all the way down through the water, right there. Bang, that's where he lives, right there. Boom, guys, this big old monster of a tree just decided to come visit us, right? Now, because of all my lights in the studio, it may look kind of shiny if all of the streaks are going down like that. So now it should be very dark, very blacked out. There we go. You need it to be the deepest, darkest thing in the whole painting, right here in the front. So if it's not deep and it's not dark and it's not thick and textured and chunky, then it's not going to stand out against all this other paint back there. Right? Now, while we're over here, before we get started with all of our big branches, let's throw in a little bit of our brown, right? Take that dark sienna brown mix with our other little guys, and let's start piping in a couple little things back here, growing up out of the thing. Little guys, bang, little shticks and twigs, and the more you put back there, the more realistic it's going to look. The more these things got to be held up by something, right? So if you pop in a few little shticks and twigs back there that you can see with your eyeballs, then it kind of helps us go, oh, okay, I see. Like there's something in there that's holding up all these things. There's some trunks or something. Hello, shoo, guys. What was that? What did we sell? Get out of town. Holy moly, did somebody book an in-person class? Yes! In-person class! 2 in-person classes. Woo! Woo! Oh, 9 a.m. You're going to make me get up early, Tim. I'm going to be up so early and down here for you. But thank you for booking your in-person class. You're going to have the most fun that you've ever had with your painting clothes on. I'm telling you. Ask TMH1992 over there on TikTok. He just came and took a class the other day. Just recently came and took a class from old Paint with Josh, right? Now, guys, we're going to do one of our little sweater trees. But we need a lot of brown in order to do this, and we need it to be thick. So let's get rid of any amount of our odorless mineral spirits that we have. Get rid of that. Make up a bit of our brown over here, and we're probably going to need to go get more of our dark sienna, or our Van Dyke brown, excuse me. Again, why would you make the darker color not named dark sienna? Like, that's ridiculous. To have the brighter color named dark? That's retarded. Okay, let's get over here. Let's tap in little things. Pop, 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 right? The more bark that we put on this crazy old tree, the more it's going to stand out as in front. Right? See if we run it down the center. You might be able to see it as well. Right? The more you put on there, the chunkier it is. Now we're going to want to leave spaces for our mossy stuff that climbs up these trees. So we don't need everything fully covered with our little ridges. Again, flat out the paint, scrape it up, so you got a chunk out there on the end, and then tap it, and tap it, and tap it, and tap it, and tap it. Tap and move. All right, we're just tapping very quickly is all it is, just to get that, these little ridges of tree bark to stick on our painting. That's literally it. All right, we don't want to put on too many, and we don't want to put them all the way out to the edge, because we got to leave room for our moss and stuff, which is going to be fantastic. So Cosmic, I'm thinking yellow, like greeny moss, like this. That way it will kind of tie in here. If we do pink moss, it's going to look too much like this thing back here. So I think we're going to go greeny, and we're going to be fan-schmastic. And then everybody in my Discord, I'm thinking about maybe hopping into voice chat. I know Mac just had a baby. Well, he didn't have the baby. His daughter had a baby. But Mac just got a baby grandson, and he's a brand new Paint with Josh fan. I got to get him while they're really young, guys. We got to turn him into a Paint with Josh fan right away. Right, so let's take our liner brush, grab a little bit of our odorless mineral spirits, and then we're going to come over here, show you how wet that paint is, right? Not the only thing. Hey, over here, dropping it down. Pow! Go back, get a little bit more odorless mineral spirits. You need it to be very wet as it comes off of your brush. Otherwise, you won't be able to have a sharp edge. You're not going to be able to see it. You're going to have to push too hard in order for it to come off. And that's not what you want. All right? You just want it to be nice and sharp. And they're a little hard to see on these black canvases when you don't have a lot of background. But that's okay. I've got a technique of showing you how to light those guys up and highlight them. It's going to be really cool. So we've got February 14th and February 13th. The 13th and the 14th. I like it. I like it. We're going to do some really, really, really cool paintings in that class too. Okay, now let's get our fan brush. Just a little baby, the Paint with Josh fan brush number 4, the small little guy. We're going to get a little of our liquid white. Got liquid white in there. And we're going to pop it. I mean, could put it right here. Bang. Grab a little bit of yellow. Rub it into that liquid white, little touch of green, right? It's gonna start going green very fast, so we get to judge. We want it to be kind of bright if we want it to be our moss. That way it'll stand out against anything else. And remember, we're only using the tip. You know how I normally say we use the paint that climbs up the bristles to make our shapes? Not in this case, we're just using the tip. So we're gonna come out here and we're gonna start touching and bouncing and moving, right? Not everything has to be in a perfectly straight line. Little things. Now you can see the tip of my brush has that black or brown mix on it now, right? Look at all that. Because it gets picked up. Every time you contact the tree, you're dropping off a little bit of our moss and you're picking up some bark. So you'll have to go clean your brush off, wipe it off on a paper towel, right? I didn't clean it, just wiped it off on a paper towel. Come back in here and get a little bit more of our cad yellow, down into that liquid white, a little touch of green, just a little, right? And then we can get out here and just start tapping at it. If you're pushing so hard that you're mushing your tree, right, or mushing your bark, and you're pushing way too hard, you don't need a lot of pressure. You need the right mixture. If your mix is off, then your pressure has to accommodate for that, and a lot of times we do it a bit too hard. We don't have enough left, see what I mean? You can only get a couple little things out here before your brush starts going, nope, I'm not gonna do that. I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna make it any brighter. I don't wanna drop off any more paint, Josh. And the brush will tell us on its own. So, if you're paying attention to your brush, you'll be able to tell and be like, okay, he doesn't want to drop off any more paint right there. I need to move. I need to get out of here, to get out to the edge of my little branch. Oh, it's fabulous. Let me just fill up that little spot right there. Bang, right? Like it's going up into the tree. Oh, baby, it's fantastic. I love these mossy little sweatery little trees. Now, let's start getting crazy down in our root system, right? We've got a lot of room down here, and you can either play with it with your bushes, or you can start adding roots, right? Like maybe that guy came off. It's down here, maybe it's over there, maybe it's climbing up the tree, maybe we got some going that way, or some going this way, and we're starting to see the tree root system be built. But we can't keep doing it on the one load of the brush. You've got to go back and load your brush up again. That way it comes off easier. Right? Pop these guys in over there, maybe down there, maybe this guy's going down this way. You never can tell until you get out there and do it for yourself, right? So you've got to decide what looks best, how to do it, how you're going to get this look over that look or whatever. Oh, this tree root system, I'm telling you. Bang, bang, just, I can see them all just growing. Cosmic. What do you think of that? That looks really cool. Really cool. Get rid of this guy. I'm going to light this guy up just a little. There we go. There we go. A little bit of craziness. There it is. A little rock, a little pathway around, and we got all this crazy action right up here in the front. I'm gonna start dropping on a few more of my bright areas of land, because we have to highlight stuff. We can't just keep it all in the dark. Bit there, bit over here. Woo! Look at it! It's fabulous. I like it, guys. Guys and gals and paintin' pals. Oh, he's fantastic. Cosmic, what do you think? Do you like him? You gotta tell us if you like him or not. Because if you don't like him, oof, man, this one, we need a little bit more too. We've almost missed our left side. We're gonna use a little bit more green on this guy. Pop him down. There goes a branch. There's a little branch out there. He's got a little baby branch going off of this side too. Oh, it's just fantastic. Look at him. I just love it. Pop a little branch out right there too. Bink! Just right into your face. Just in your face. Right there. Boom. Boom. Couple little things. Little nubs. Little bits in the night. Little things that you can look at. Let me put a bit of our plaque underneath this guy. Just a little touch. There it is. Got to have that darkness underneath to make it look round. I'm telling you. I'm chilling you. Okay, I know we gotta have some fireflies into this one, but what do you think? Cosmic. Little fish in the water. Just a little fish popping up out of there, right? Look at that root system. Whoa! Man, alive. Let's see, is somebody asking when we go live? So on the East Coast, if you're on the East Coast, we go live at about 8 p.m. and then about 10 to 10:30, depends on how long the first show took. If you're on the West Coast, then we go live at 5 p.m. and probably again at about 7 to 7:30, 7:15, something like that. Something crazy like that. Oh, man. Dude, look at it. Would you just look at it? Boom, boom, little turtle on the dirt. I feel you. I feel you. So I've been painting for about 6 years, just about 6 long old years. In April 19th will be my paintiversary. Now let's add just a little touch of Ruski over here, just a little thing. I like it to just be so empty. Bang. Ooh, there's some pinky purpley bits in there too. That's fantastic. Fan-stinkin-tastic. Oh, I like the color of that water. Where is Cosmic? Did she leave? What happened? Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. This is just the 4th jungle painting that we've ever done. I usually like a bunch of mountains and trees and stuff, you know what I mean? But we've been venturing into these jungle bits because my followers want me to do jungle paintings. But like this, here's a version of something similar that we would normally do. Mountains, trees, landscape, you know what I mean? We did our jungle scenes just in green and yellow, and Cosmic wanted it in pinks and purples just because. Love it. Sweet. Bob Ross copycat. Oh, it needs a moon or a bobcat. I thought it meant Bob Ross copycat. See, I see that so often that that's what I read when I read that comment. Man, that muddy path looks so stinking cool. Just wrapping around the back. Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Who said wow? TMH, love you, dude. The Max Squatch. Little baby Max Squatch. He's baby Squatch. I'm original. I don't know. I get told that I paint like, or I just copy Bob Ross, or I'm a Bob Ross copycat all the time. And Bob was actually my grandpa's cousin. So it doesn't bother me. He's in my family. He's a legend. You know what I mean? But I tend to think that I'm a little more wild and crazy and a lot more like Bill Alexander, who actually was Bob Ross's teacher. I'm a lot more like that guy, I think. He was a little nuts, a little wild. And that's more like me. But I tend to find, like, if I were to just sit up here and be like, okay, guys, now we're going to paint a nice little jungle scene and blah, blah, and talk as soft as Bobbly did. Dyslexia. As softly as Bob did, right? Then I would just be called more of a copycat, right? So, wait, what do you want? What do you want? Maybe we throw one more little bush in here, too. I'm feeling it. We got a little time. We got some paint. Let's get some green and some black. Yeah. Yes. Let's pop it in right here. Bang. Gorge. All right, just all that greeny, placky goodness right over the side. And in fact, if we're going to do that, why don't we make our land connect right there? Just right down there at the bottom. Now we got some land connecting our two pieces together. Two bits of jungly goodness together. Just like we can walk down right through that little thing and head down to the water. The water. Okay, let's get that plaque off. Let's get a little bit of our liquid white going into our Cad Yellow because it's just going to be gorgeous. Pop off a few little things. Right, trying to leave some spaces in between. Not everything has to all be exactly the same amount of brightness and stuff. You guys know that. It doesn't all have to be so supremely bright. A few little things. Here, there, and everywhere. Right? Never at the bottom. Always make sure it's dark down here. You guys know we got to finger paint when we're painting with Josh. A couple little finger paints. Boop, just like that. Gorgeous, you guys. You guys. That's gorgeous right there. Take this guy and slide some of that dirt Right around the body. Boom. Boomskis. My friends and Romans and country folk. That. Right off the bottom. Got the root system like a madman. Woo! I like those roots. Hey, sweet root, Josh. Oh, thanks. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for the roots. There we go. Go off that way. Come over here. Oh, he's just fantastic. Guys, maybe one off of there. Over there. Don't want to do too much. Cosmic of the lighthouses. What do you think? Madam. Madam, what do you think of this painting of yours? Get in there, just a couple. Those roots just keep growing and growing and growing, guys. Woo! Woo! Okay, you guys gotta start coming up with a title for Cosmic's painting because, oh, if I don't just love it so much. So, you guys come up with a title. She got it. She gets to pick what it's gonna be called forever. That's the perk of getting it during the live show. She gets to choose the title, and she may need your help in order to choose the best title for the painting, right? So type it into the comments. She might not need your help. She might already have a name already chosen. It's awfully amazing. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. We'll put the birds in. We'll put the birds in there. Don't worry. Don't worry. That tree up here, though, serious. He is a serious old tree. In the night. Guys. So, I asked last night, but I'm going to ask again. What, if any, Josh-isms do you find yourself saying throughout your day? Right? Like you're just going, you're walking around going, all right. Or, shoot, guys. Like, what do you... If any, like I said, you might not say any at all, but if you do, let me know what they are in the comments right now. And I'm coming back to read them as soon as we put the birds in and sign this little sucker just to go caw-caw, flying through the night. You guys. So, what, if any, Josh-isms do you say throughout your day since being a Paint with Josh fan for however long you've been a Paint with Josh fan for? Do you say anything? Do you see? Do you see? Do you say anything that I say on the regular in your own life? Just specifically from watching my show too many times, right? Oh yeah, we gotta put the fireflies in, don't worry. Don't worry. Shoo, guys. I like it. See, if we put a moon, people that are asking for a moon. All right. I like that guy. We're inside of the forest right now. Like, there's no sky. We're underneath canopy, right? So there wouldn't be a moon. We're in the jungle. Like, sure, I've seen a jungle painting with a moon before, with a big open sky and stuff like that, but that's not this painting. You know what I mean? This guy is deep jungle inside next to a forbidden pond where Smeagol comes down and takes a bath or tries to get the fish. All the things. So, it's funny that you guys say stuff that I say just from watching me enough times. I think that's fantastic, literally. All right. Okay. That guy all cleaned up. This guy all cleaned up. This guy all cleaned up. There we go. This was a messy old painting, guys. The painting, the paper towel. That should be a new trend. Like, I've seen it where it's like, what is your palette? It's like the palette and then the painting. You know what I mean? Like the painting and the paper towels that you cleaned up with. That should be If anybody starts going viral, that's my idea, okay? At least, like, tag me. If you're gonna do that, steal my idea. At least tag your old pal, PaintWithJosh. There we go. Gorgeous, you guys. All right, what are we gonna put the fireflies in? Neon Oasis. I dig it. You guys. All right, let's put the fireflies in before I forget. Let's put the old flies in there. All right, let's do them in shallow. Nobody ever goes, hello, like me. No one says that? You guys. All right, we'll pop a couple in here, over there, little doers, right? As they get bigger, they might have a reflection in the water. Maybe we climb back there. Maybe there's one way up there, but they don't fly very high. So don't put them all the way up in the painting, okay? Put them up into the sky too much, and they're not gonna look like fireflies. These fireflies hang out low. Pop, just a boop. How loud can you go boop and throw in a little firefly on your little painting? You to the guys. And right there, maybe one back here. The further away they are, the smaller they would be, right? So if you get some small dots and some big dots flying around out there, a little mixture of the two, then, bink, just a little reflection of that guy, just a little babe. Little babe in the woods. If we're gonna do that guy, then he needs one as well. Bink, right there, just in the water. Now you're gonna be like, which one's in the water and which ones aren't in the water? Well, this guy, just very lightly, swipe over him. A little swipesky, a little swipesky. That guy's flying. That guy's flying. He's flying down here. Oh, fabulous. Just fabulous. So, do the fireflies make any difference to what you think you might call this one? Type it in now. Bink! Right there. Just right there. Let's do one more. One more little guy. But he's got to be big, and he's got to be in the front. He's going to be right here. Boop. Just like that. Gorgeous. You guys. I love this root system over here. So cool. So cool, you guys. The trees are all mossy and just covered in stuff. It's just been growing and growing and growing. The fireflies. Now let's put a lighthouse back there. No, no lighthouses in the jungle. Neon Oasis. That's a cool title. Cool title. So remember, guys, I do have classes available on my website, PaintWithJosh.com. Virtual and in-person classes. So if you have any experience in painting like Bob Ross, right, with his stuff, or the wet-on-wet technique at all, then you can take a virtual class with me, right? You got to have the right supplies because you're going to be at home and I'm going to be here, right? We're not going to be able to help you. If you come take an in-person class, I provide everything. So you don't have to bring anything if you don't want to. Some people choose to bring their own brushes or a certain color paint that they want to use, you know what I mean? And that's perfectly fine. This one, 1695, the year Columbus fell but stayed alive. Over here, Neon Oasis. Oasis, there we go. Over there, painted on 2/8 of 2024. We're all gonna go to PaintWithJosh.com because it's like the best place ever. Woo! Look at that. Cosmic. Seriously, what do you think? Seriously, give me your honest opinion. What do you think? I love the roots. Just I can't stop looking at the roots of the tree, honestly. It's like some stuff growing up in there. Goat lady, did I say 2024? Did I? Really? Hang on. That could be my dyslexia. Hang on, let's just double check. Yeah, no, we wrote the right title and the right date. But it's probably my dyslexia. You know what I mean. Dyslexia and Murphy's Law. Everybody knows Murphy's Law, right? That law that says if something can happen, it will happen. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to spin you guys around. You guys know that law, though, Murphy's Law? It says if something can happen, it will happen, right? Thank you, sweet cordial. Appreciate you. Ooh, this one came out fantastic. Look at that. Perfect. Oh, this is going to look so cool in a light party. So, you guys know, thank you for coming back, by the way, but do you guys know of Murphy's Law, or am I the only one that knows of Murphy's Law? Old Merv. If it can happen, it will happen. Goat lady, you've heard me say that before, or you've heard of that law before, right? It's so bright in here. Can't see the colors of the painting because I'm looking straight back into a light that's right behind the camera screen. Can you guys see? So you know of Murphy's Law, right? Have you ever heard of this guy named Cole? He wrote a law that's kind of similar, a little bit different, much more obscure. So if you don't know it, that's fine. I can tell you what it is. I didn't know it when I first came across it either. So if you know, then if not, and I'm asking everybody, does anybody out there, have you ever heard of this guy named Cole who wrote a law? It's kind of like Murphy's, but a little bit different, right? Just yes or no answers in the comments. If you have or if you haven't. Look at how bright this yellow is, by the way. That's why you got to keep everything kind of dark so the stuff in the front stands out, right? Goat lady, you've never heard of this guy named Cole who wrote a law. That's perfectly fine. It is much more obscure. I thought people would know Cole's Law. Like I figured you would have heard Cole's Law or heard of Cole's Law before. It's kind of cabbage and mayonnaise and carrots, maybe onions. I don't know. It's terrible stuff. You can get it from KFC, your local deli, grocery store. You can probably find Cole's Law. You never heard of Cole's Law before, huh? Really? You never heard of Cole's Law? That's strange. Sorry. Slaw? That doesn't even make any sense. Apparently I'm saying it wrong. It's coleslaw. Did I get you? Did I get you? You fell for it. You fell for the joke. No? Anybody? It didn't catch on. So I did get you. You fell for it. Good. That's the main goal. We want you to fall for the joke. Because if you fall for the joke, then by law, you have to go over to PaintWithJosh.com and get your very own Cole's Law t-shirt. Because you fell for the joke. So now, you got to go sport your Cole's Law shirt from PaintWithJosh.com. Just head over to PaintWithJosh.com and then type in coleslaw, and those two shirts will pop up. You'll be able to see them. Thank you, Alicia. So, this was a great painting. That was a good joke. Great painting, good joke. But beyond that, now we're going to do a light party. Since the painting sold during the show, have you ever seen a Paint with Josh light party before? I'm going to flash all sorts of crazy lights at the painting, and it's going to change. So here is your flash warning. If you are sensitive to the flashiness, please turn your phone away. Don't look at the screen, okay? If you are not sensitive and you are foregoing your sensitivity to flashiness and releasing all liability on Paint with Josh, then I need you to type in the words, I'm ready, into the comments. Type in the words, I'm ready, right? And then tell me the first thing that flashes for you, right? All these things are going to flash differently with these different colors. So type in the words, I'm ready, and here's your last final flash warning. If you're sensitive to flashes, close your eyes. Don't look, because it's going to be flashy over here, right? Starting in 3, 2, 1. Light party! Boom-oosh! Oh, what flashes for you the most? I don't know if it's the tree, or if it's these green trees, or if it's that patch of yellow down at the bottom. Maybe the water itself. What is flashing for you the most? Type it into the comments now. Now. Type it in. The birds are flashing. Light party. The greenery flashes the most. The water, I feel you. The fireflies. We almost forgot about those, huh? The old little fireflies in the night. In the night. The green tree flashes for you the most. That's excellent. Thank you, guys. Now, the light party is now concluded. You may now look back at your phone screens and see this gorgeous painting once more, right? But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do an RGB party, which is a red, green, and blue light party. We're going to throw red at it first. Then we're going to throw green at it. And then we're going to throw blue at it, and it's going to change, right? So what I want you to do is tell me which one you liked the most, right? Here comes red. In 3, 2, 1. Red. Red. Oh, man, look at that. That is freaking rad. Ooh. Josh, can you just do me a red jungle? Just an all red jungle. Going blue, green in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green. Green light. Red light. Green light. Man, that looks very similar to what it actually is, right? Very similar. The Shimmelarian of what it actually is. Now we'll go blue in 5, 4, 3, blue. Ooh, it's nighttime in the forest. Which was your favorite one, though? Which one were you like, you know what, Josh? I really like this. Okay? As we come back to normal lighting conditions, guys, this is back to normal. And we're all set-a-rooski. I'm going to crank the ring light back up so we can see. There we go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh, shit, I can't see a thing. Hi, guys. Hey, guys, all right. So, what'd you like the best? The red, the blue, the green? The fireflies really stood out for the green. The blue is your favorite. I feel you. I feel you. Like the red? I always like the red, too. I did a whole red light challenge, quote unquote, where you basically, I turned all the studio lights red and we painted a painting. And then we flipped on the regular lights and we're like, oh, man. Had no idea what it looked like until the actual lights came on. It was really, really, really fun. So I suggest if you have the capability to do it, to do so. It's a lot of fun. So I liked Invisible. Beyond that, though, came out awesome. I freaking love it. And I love that so many people are still here with us hanging out. Instead of pinky purple, I'm going to save up for a green, orangey, red one. Of course you would, Anna. Those are your favorites. So, man, it came out fantastically. What I did with the red light challenge was I made the canvas rainbow, right? So it was like there was green and yellow and blue and red and purple and everything, bam, all over the canvas in different places. And then in the red light challenge, it all looked red and white. And so we were doing it. And then when you flip the lights on, it was like, boom, all this crazy color. And it literally came out amazing. Came out fantastic. And that's the cool thing, is when you're painting it like for the entire time, painting it in the red. And then you finally flip the lights on. I'll show you a quick little time lapse if I can find it up here. Where did it go? It's like 10 seconds, 10-second little time lapse. And yeah, here we go. You can see, there we go. So it's in red, right? Looking like that. And then all of a sudden the lights come on, and it was all rainbowy and crazy looking. Just really came out really cool. You see what I mean? So, blew my mind because I knew I'd put down all the colors, but I didn't know, if they were shining brightly or not, or maybe too bright or too dark. I couldn't tell because of the red light. And then, pow, you turn it on and it was just this crazy rainbow ocean scene. It was really neat. It's really neat. So, yeah, you guys are awesome. I just love you so much. See like a little gap right there. Ooh, see that? Little finger paint. Little finger paint. Boop! Right on your nose. Now you got paint on your nose. And whoop, oh, I just took your nose right there. Did you know you had a black latex glove on your nose? You look a little silly. So I helped you out, right? But thank you. I appreciate that, goat lady. A little boop. If I actually could hit the camera, hang on. Boop. Just like that. Boom, boom. The thing went like dark. It was like, oh, geez, what's happening? So, you guys, like I said, you're cool. I love you as all. Ouch, right on the nosy. And I can't believe how freaking pretty this one came out. Like, I was so nervous about the purple because I'd only ever done it in green before. And even this phthalo green is such a pretty color when you hit it with that yellow paint. It just really blends down and works perfectly. So, I have jungle tutorials over underneath the live section on my YouTube. So go to youtube.com/paintwithjosh. And then you'll find a live tab. And underneath that are my 2 jungle paintings. Actually, 1 jungle painting that we did. And then you can kind of take what you've learned on your mossy trees, go watch a couple seascape tutorials where we actually created the mossy tree technique, and then learn that and then apply it to whatever other painting that you're going to do, right? I agree. If you're really using the right stuff, then painting really is expensive, isn't it? For a hobby. It is for sure. You can never afford it. Goat Lady, I have one kind of like this. It was the practice version, but it is a Paint with Josh original for like $59. In my store, paintwithjosh.com. $59. What? What? I can show it to you if you want to see it, but I've been painting for about 6 years, Ems. It's funny that you asked when someone else just recently asked that as well. Painting for about 6 long years now. Just about. Ooh. They are a hit. They are a hit, that's for sure. I feel you. I feel you on that. I'm in the same situation all the time. being an artist is the hardest job, right? Being an artist is easy. Making a living off of your art is very, very, very difficult. So, 6 already. You have 6 already? You're talking about 6 jungle paintings. Because I've only done 4 jungle paintings already. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you. Haven't found better paint. I feel you. I feel you on that. You got to use the right stuff. And the more expensive it is, the better it's going to work. You know what I mean? So, beyond that, Cosmic, did you like the painting that we created for you today? I love the brown little sticks back there. I love that. Just love it. I love it. I feel that too, Goat Lady. Gotta make your own future better, right? Go to school and get a better job, I guess. Crazy Things Art. Appreciate you for the little hearts and the things. The tiny dinies. All the stuff from Crazy Things Art. You guys are awesome. I appreciate that, Lou. I very much appreciate you and everybody who tunes in and watches and stays and taps the screen and, you know, everything. Hits the share button, comments. Watch it from Thailand. That's very cool. Very cool. Thanks for being here. So, appreciate you, Bree Bidwell. Appreciate you. And M's, that painting's so pretty. I very much appreciate that. So, I hope Cosmic thinks it's pretty. I hope she's still here. Did she dip out? So we can spin the wheel, but Cosmic doesn't get the wheel. She already has one of everything on the wheel. But just to show you, let me get the wheel out. It's the official Paint with Josh Spinny Winnie Wheel, right? And this is what it looks like. So if you do end up getting a painting during the live show, we break out the old wheel. Me too. I'm looking forward to seeing. I hope your little grandson is there. I want to see it. Little babies. But if you get a painting during the live show, you get to spin the wheel, right? And when the wheel spins, whatever it lands on, you get back as a gift for buying the painting. That's how it works, right? Oh, would have been a Glitterwix gift card in this case. She might actually want that. So, that's the Spinny Winnie Wheel. And like I said, Cosmic already has 1 or 2 of every single thing on the wheel. And so she has said, you know, like, just save it. Save the money. And it's really cool. Let's see. Can I practice drawing like you for my house? You absolutely can. I have tons of videos over on YouTube. That'll show you how to do it. And, yeah, I'm actually really happy with how this one came out. Really happy. Really, really, really. So, you guys have been amazing. I just love you. I just love you. I'm going to do every little thing I can to this guy before I take the photo. And that way, I won't want to go back and touch him again. There we go. All right, good. All right. So, what's my wall made out of? Those are my little geometric panels. I only put them up in the areas that you guys can see, and that way I don't have to do the entire wall. But yeah, you can get them. I got them on TikTok Shop when, a couple months ago. I have them at my house. I've got them downstairs, and I've got them as the backdrop for the videos. It makes it look, it's just like, you know that it's Paint with Josh. As soon as you turn on, you scroll in, you're like, oh yeah, okay, that's Paint with Josh's studio. I can see it. So, I think I'm the only painter, in fact, that has these things. I do paint with oil paints mostly, but I also dabble with some acrylics, mainly just the gesso. And shit, I took those candles downstairs. I did these really cool candles. You guys want to see these candles? Like, really, like, I could show you, but I have to run downstairs to get them. So you really gotta be sure if I'm gonna go downstairs and get these candles. But my my ex-wife London runs Glitterwix. She has this building here with me, and she pours these most amazingest candles you've ever seen. Wax melts, sprays, roll-ons, car air fresheners, soap, sugar scrub for the shower, like so many things. And no, Mac, these are 2 new ones. And Cosmic has actually already claimed one of them. So let me go down and get these little candles, and I'll show you. That's what I use when I paint with acrylics. I don't really paint on canvases with the acrylics. Let's just see. There. Ooh, you guys, are you ready to see these little things? Because they are so awesome. Yeah. So this one, no. This one I did right here, and then I kind of highlight these trees on there. And so we just did a little forest around the edge of the candle jar. And so when it melts, you'll be able to see the light flickering behind the trees, right? A couple little trees, highlight them with some white gesso, did them with some black gesso, okay? And then, for one, I was like, all right, I'm going to get really, like, crazy, and I'll go nuts for this guy and try to do a little mountain scene, right? So, that's what I did. Little mountains in the night. I'm trying to get the thing back on there so I don't forget which one it is. But, look at this guy. Look at this for a guy. Oh, perfect. Look at this for a little guy, right? So he's got a little mountain in the background. And then the best part about it is there's a little lake. There's a little lake of glitter right there. So when it melts down all the way, you'll have land on the opposite side, then glitter in here with the melting wax, and then stuff in the front. And it flows along, and it's got some mountains across the whole thing and some trees and stuff. And they're really kind of neat. Really kind of cool. So when I do paint with acrylics, that's the stuff that I usually use. I don't know if I mixed up the sticks. I'm pretty sure I got them right. Pretty sure. So when I do use my acrylics, I'm painting for glitter wicks, and we're doing candles for them. So I think because those ones took a lot more time with the highlighting and all that stuff, they're a little bit more. But she has, I think she's out of the ones. Maybe she put them in her store, glitterwicks.com. You might be able to find them over there. There's only 2 of them though, and Cosmic said she's already claimed 1. So I got to tell London not to take 1 out. I don't think she's actually put them in the store. So I don't know what it is. But yeah, if I do paint with acrylics, then I find it harder to paint with acrylic. It's easier for me to do oils. Some people find it the complete opposite. So you never can tell. Never, ever can tell, really. I'm not used to you not having your hat. Well, I got my hair cut. So, I'm going to try to, like, style it every once in a while. And, yeah, normally we have the hat on because I go too long in between haircuts. But when I have it cut up, I like to kind of show the sides of my head anyway. Acrylics, here's the difference, okay? Here's the best way that I've found. Acrylics dry fast. Oils take forever to dry, okay? That's number 1 difference. Then, acrylic is very much like mayonnaise, and oil paints are very much like icing, like cake icing, right? So if you were to squeeze out a bit of mayonnaise onto a plate, it looks like a big old pile, right? But as soon as you touch that mayonnaise, it flattens instantly, right? And it's gone, like spreads easily on the bread, right? So mayonnaise is like acrylic paint. As soon as you touch it, the pile flattens out. There's no body to it, right? Oils are like icing, to where if you put out a glob of cake icing and you push it, you'll feel that pressure again because it's got body to it, right? It's thick. It's more goopy than the mayonnaise would be, right? You could spread mayonnaise very easily on bread. You can't spread icing just as easily. So that's kind of the difference in between the two. One is very thick and one is very much like mayonnaise. It's very thin and it dries almost instantly. So I hope that helps. You thought about making a painting to save your what? You thought about making a painting? Save your tears by the weekend? You mean like using that song on a video? No, I haven't thought of that. I usually just put whatever TikTok suggests as the most popular. I usually just use that one. Yeah, goopy. It's very goopy and thick and very much like cake icing. You remember that? You can buy a jar of icing. And I remember my mom would have it in the thing, and as a kid I would go by. It was always in the door of the fridge. So you could like open the door of the fridge and then run away, right? And so the oils are very much like that icing. They're very thick and chunky. I mean, it's a smooth paint. It's not like chunky peanut butter with chunks in it, right? But it's very thick. It's like peanut butter. It's like icing. It's hard to move and hard to spread because of its thick consistency. And that's the main difference. And it takes a lot longer to dry than acrylics. Acrylics dry almost instantly, and the oils sometimes can take up to weeks to dry. So, Elmer's glue. Elmer's glue is still very thin. It's still very thin and watery. Like if you had a pile of Elmer's glue and you tipped it, it would run, right? If you have a pile of oil paint and you tip it, nothing will ever happen because they're so thick that they won't even move, right? They don't even drip. That's the main difference. So, main diff. Yeah, acrylic's much more like glue for sure, if you had enough. But yeah, you guys are awesome. I love ya. And yeah, I got you, Mark. I got you. I know that little baby Yoda wasn't oil paint, bro. I know that. Let's see. When you guys make more candles, I'll buy one. Could you bring it? Oh, is that Bree from... Shut up. Is that Bree from the... Is that her? From Sweet Trees, Bree? Nuh-uh. I mean, yeah, I could deliver it. I go there. Well, I have to go back to Sweet Trees very soon, actually. But is that... Oh, duh. Don't be like, duh. I see so many people and so many names. But, sweet, yeah. So, Bree's the manager of the place that I go to get skyrocketed, right? I don't know what you can say on TikTok and what you can't. But, yeah, Bree's really cool. So I didn't know that was you. Awesome. But, yeah, if you get one, I could run it down there, or we could deliver it just the same. We got to go down there at least once a week to stock back up on dabs and sitch. And so, absolutely, we'd probably do that. But thank you. I appreciate that. Needing advice on a painting I'm working on. Right now is probably not the best time to get advice. If you want to send me a photo on Facebook or Instagram, I can perhaps look at it and maybe give you some feedback on how to fix it, right? But beyond that, you guys are amazing. Yeah, I'm going to be like, that's the thing to Anna, the emoji. That's going to be me afterwards. But yes, I do need to go back to Sweet. Are you at work right now? You're not at work right now. The place is open just long enough for me to finish with my night and then still make it there. I love that place. If they shut at 9, my whole life would have to change. But they shut at 10, so it's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So beyond that, like I said, you guys are amazing. I do love you, and I can't wait. Off till next week? Okay. All right. All right. Well, thank you for watching and being here and hanging out. And we got to get you and all the team over there at Sweet Trees to come down and take a class. You guys are like right down the road. I need some more in-person local peeps. And then you guys could spread the word and be like, oh, I had so much fun at the Paint with Josh class. You got to go down and try it, right? So what's up, Michelle? How you doing? So, Bree, get your peoples. Grab a couple of them. 4. Maybe just you and your guy. I don't know. Just bring you and your boyfriend down, and you guys take a class, and then you can go show them how awesome it was. And then more people from your work will want to come down and take classes as well. So, all it takes is one, all right? Soon, yes, that's going to be fun. If you guys do any outdoor events or anything or need more vendors, London and I will always be down to go set up. I got a sweet tent that hasn't ever even been taken out of its box yet. We got the same tent you guys have, that white one. Not even ever taken out of the box yet. So, next time you guys do a gig, I'm there. But beyond that, I do love you guys. I'll be back tomorrow night, 5 p.m. on the West Coast, 8 p.m. on the East Coast. No idea what we're doing yet. Not a single clue. Could be a jungle scene, could be a seascape, could be lots of stuff, right? So, beyond that, I love you guys. And until I see you guys again next time, take care. Have the best of a good day and blah.